There's a very simple way to think about the Shopify versus WordPress debate. Shopify is better if you want to start selling quickly and easily. WordPress is better if you want maximum control over your e-commerce project. But there are some important catches behind that simple verdict, especially around ease of use, cost, maintenance, and support. So stay tuned because I'm going to walk you through these issues and help you pick the platform that best meets your needs. Okay, so let's start with a quick look at how both platforms work. Shopify is an all-in-one e-commerce platform. You pay a monthly fee, and in return you get hosting, store building tools, payment processing options, security and support, all bundled together. As for WordPress, there are actually two versions of it available: hosted and self-hosted. Hosted WordPress, available at wordpress.com, is quite similar to Shopify. It's a pay-as-you-go solution that gives you tools to build an online store out of the box. Self-hosted WordPress, which you can download from wordpress.org, is a free content management system that you install on your own hosting setup. It's more powerful and more configurable than the hosted version, but harder to set up right. Now, in this comparison, I'm going to focus on self-hosted WordPress because that's the version most professional e-commerce merchants use. With that explanation out of the way, let's dive into the comparison. I'll start with the reasons to use Shopify over WordPress, and then move on to the areas where WordPress wins. 1. Shopify gets you selling faster. With WordPress, there can be quite a lot of configuration involved. You need to choose hosting, install the WordPress software, and add an e-commerce plugin before you can sell anything. With Shopify, all these features are provided out of the box and can be used immediately. So if speed matters and you want to get your store live without too much technical hassle, Shopify has the edge. 2. Shopify takes care of maintenance and security for you. With self-hosted WordPress, you're responsible for staying on top of the technical side of your setup. That means updating WordPress, your theme, your plugins, and your e-commerce tools regularly. And if one of those updates clashes with another, things can break. In the worst-case scenario, this can affect the security of your site, making it very vulnerable to being hacked. With Shopify, platform maintenance is handled for you in the background. You don't really have to worry about server updates, software updates, or e-commerce plugin compatibility at all. 3. Shopify includes built-in marketing tools. Shopify doesn't just help you build a store, it gives you tools to promote it too. For example, its free Shopify messaging app lets you create and send email campaigns from inside your Shopify account. In fact, it lets you send up to 10,000 emails per month for free, saving you money on dedicated email marketing tools like MailChimp. Shopify also gives you easy access to discount codes and abandoned cart recovery features. With WordPress, you'll need to make use of quite a lot of third-party plugins and services to get this sort of marketing functionality. 4. Shopify lets you sell in person. Shopify bundles powerful point-of-sale selling tools on all its plans. These let you sell your products in person using card readers and other hardware. Anytime you make a sale in a physical location, your online store's inventory levels get updated and vice versa. You can get a WordPress-powered store to work in this way too, but doing so will require purchasing and configuring separate POS software and hardware. 5. Shopify gives you access to support. With a Shopify subscription, you get access to 24/7 support. So if something goes wrong or you get stuck setting up your store, you've got an obvious place to go to for help. With self-hosted WordPress, it's much harder to know where to turn to for help. You might find yourself having to contact your hosting provider, a plugin developer, a theme developer, or a community forum for advice. So those are the main reasons to use Shopify over WordPress. If you've got any questions so far, do drop them in the comments. And if you'd like to try Shopify out, the best way to do this is by using its special 3-month trial. I've put a direct link to this in the video description. Now let's look at the reasons to use WordPress over Shopify. 1. WordPress gives you more control. Shopify is flexible and scalable, but it's still a hosted platform. That means that there are limits on what you can change. By contrast, WordPress is open source, and this ultimately gives you more control over your site. If you or your developer have the right skills, you can build almost anything with the platform. So if you need a very bespoke store or unusual functionality that Shopify doesn't handle well, WordPress can be the stronger option. 2. WordPress is better for content publishing. WordPress's blogging and content management features are considerably better than Shopify's. It gives you much more control over categories, tags, archives, author pages, revision history, and editorial workflows. So if content marketing is going to be a key part of your efforts to generate sales, WordPress wins. It's a much more flexible and professional option for publishers. 3. WordPress gives you more themes and plugins. Shopify's templates are professional and e-commerce focused, but the number of free themes it offers is quite small, and its paid ones can be expensive. With WordPress, there are thousands of templates available, both free and paid. This bigger range gives you much more choice when it comes to the look and layout of your site. It's a similar story with plugins. WordPress gives you access to a huge number of add-ons, all of which can add a wide range of features to your site. Although Shopify also lets you enhance your store's functionality via apps, the range available is not as large as the WordPress equivalent, and many of the apps on offer are quite expensive. 4. WordPress can give you a more flexible SEO setup. Shopify's SEO features are very solid, and plenty of Shopify stores rank extremely highly, but WordPress gives you more control over the technical side of SEO. It gives you granular control over hosting, site speed, code, schema, URL structures, and more. So if you have advanced SEO requirements, WordPress can offer more flexibility. The catch is that this flexibility only helps if you configure everything properly, and for many merchants, developer support is needed to do this. A badly set up WordPress site can perform much worse in search than a regular Shopify store. 5. WordPress can sometimes work out cheaper. One of the things that attracts people to WordPress is the fact that it can be installed for free. But running a WordPress e-commerce store still costs you money. You'll always need to pay for hosting and quite often for premium plugins. Even so, for some merchants, WordPress can work out cheaper than Shopify, especially if they're comfortable handling the technical side of things themselves. But if you need premium hosting, lots of paid plugins, or regular developer support, WordPress costs can add up quickly. Okay, so those are the key reasons to use WordPress over Shopify. Next up, my verdict. But just before that, it'd be great if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe or follow wherever you're watching it. Okay, verdict time. For most e-commerce beginners, Shopify is the better choice. It's easier to set up, easier to maintain, and gives you most of the tools you need to start selling out of the box. It's particularly good if you want to launch quickly and focus more on marketing your website than maintaining it. WordPress, on the other hand, is better for merchants who need more control. If you want a highly bespoke store, advanced content publishing features, or a very flexible SEO setup, and you have the technical skills or budget to manage everything properly, WordPress can be an excellent choice. So the simple takeaway is this: choose Shopify if you want the quickest and simplest route to launching an online store. Choose WordPress if you need maximum flexibility and don't mind a more hands-on setup. And that's it. Our Shopify versus WordPress comparison. If you'd like to try either platform out, you'll find links to both in the video description. These include a link to a special 3-month version of the Shopify trial. And if you have any questions about Shopify, WordPress, or selling online, just leave them in the comments. We read them all and we'll do our best to help.